This name has been kept out of the limelight for quite some time in the African history until the famous Baltasar Ngonga decided to unite the whole continent and other parts of the world with a sex scandal. Away from Ngonga and the 406 tapes that he recorded having affairs with wives of who is who in the West African country, let us look at the country's presidency. Equatorial Guinea is one of the many countries in Africa riddled with runaway corruption. To understand the level of corruption and human rights abuse in that country, let us look at its president, Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo. Nguema Mbasogo is to Equatorial Guinea what Museveni is to Uganda. The 82-year-old was born to Santiago Nguema Eneme Obama and Mariam Mbasogo Ngui, who had settled in the country from Gabon. In simple terms, they are immigrants from Gabon to Equatorial Guinea. The Obamas were rich by all standards, and the young Nguema was raised as a cool kid, attending the creme de la creme schools. Please note that the senior Obama has no relationship whatsoever with Barack Obama Sr., the father to the former US President Barack Obama. During the country's colonial rule, Nguema served as the head of the Black Beach Prison. As a high-ranking officer, he would oversee and even take part in the torturing and maiming of his fellow natives. After Equatorial Guinea attained its independence in 1968, Nguema Mbasogo's uncle, Messias Nguema, became the country's first president. Messias saw Nguema Mbasogo, his nephew, as a good way to impose his authoritarian rule. Mbasogo performed excellently until, well, Messias felt maybe that the Nguema lineage is becoming a nuisance. How about we do away with them? Not all of them. We'll spare some. Okay, we'll spare several. Mbasogo feels not this way, uncle. Messias turns to him and whispers to him, "I'm your uncle, the president, the Don." Mbasogo retreats but plans and successfully overthrows Messias from office, becoming the country's second president. That was in 1979. Mbasogo tells his uncle, "You lived by the sword or gun. You will be dealt with the same card." He oversees the trial of Messias, who by all means has to be found guilty, and well, he was found guilty of gross misconduct and shot by the firing squad. Since then, Mbasogo Nguema has been running the entire show. He was re-elected in 1989, 1996, 2002, and 2009. Equatorial Guinea is a major oil producer and exporter, with its biggest client being the United States. Despite exporting millions of dollars worth of oil every year, Equatorial Guinea remains one of the poorest countries in Africa. The oil benefits a few people, including the president and his cronies. Mbasogo Nguema's son, Teodoro Obiang, has been especially accused of siphoning the country's resources. He loves to party, he loves his wine old, them thighs young and tender, and his cars slick. He doesn't fly first class or business class. Private jets all through. Not once or twice has Teodoro been investigated by the international bodies for engaging in money laundering and corruption from America to France. But the big question is, how did the corruption in Equatorial Guinea thrive? Equatorial Guinea has several levels of corruption that you would not imagine. From nepotism to tribalism, the Nguemas have taken the country on cuckolds. The Nguema family has been operating foreign bank accounts which they used to deposit money looted from the oil deals. For example, in 2004, the Riggs Bank seized $34 million worth of money owned by the president, his son, and nephew. The monies would be returned to them and they would transfer it to another bank in Spain. When the Nguemas are not grabbing oil deals, they are seizing lands belonging to poor Equatorial Guineans. After grabbing the peasants' lands, the corrupt regime lies to them that they would resettle them in new places, which never materializes. If the peasants insist on seeking justice, the powerful people in Nguema circle and government bribe the judges and even kill the plaintiffs. The big question is, will the Equatorial Guinea free itself from the chains of corruption and dictatorship? Maybe yes, maybe no. But one thing remains clear. Those close to Nguema Mbasogo will be the first ones to turn against him. It is ironical that the government was investigating Baltasar Ngonga, the Director General of National Financial Investigation Agency, (NIF), for corruption-related charges before they stumbled upon the 6 files that it is the most corrupt And ladies and gentlemen, that is the brief history of Equatorial Guinea, a country with the second longest serving president. By the way, are you subscribed to this channel? What are you waiting for?